Well, the Supreme Court will have its hands full when it reconvenes to hear the suit instituted by 3 states against the federal government on the controversial new naira note policy. Already, the court temporarily restrained the Central Bank of Nigeria and commercial banks from implementing the 10th of February deadline to swap the old naira notes for the new ones. But in spite of the order to parties to maintain status quo till Wednesday, 15th of February, the Lagos State Judiciary has stopped collecting old naira notes as payment for filing of court processes, saying this decision follows a directive from its bank. Emefiele has more.
What should have been a rested matter, at least for now, following the intervention of the Apex Court on the acute scarcity of the newly redesigned 200 naira, 500 naira and 1000 naira currency notes, has created more confusion, as the CBN has ignored the court's interim injunction, and some banks are now refusing to collect the old naira notes. This stance has affected the High Court of Lagos State, though it has since adopted e-filing of court processes, which include electronic payments of filing fees. Its public registry, which usually handles other cash transactions, has now rejected the old notes, insisting that the account officers only collect new naira notes from lawyers, litigants and other court users. This new twist was seen being effected at the Ikeja Division, the headquarters of the state's judiciary.
We have not been able to file processes this morning because when my litigation manager came, he said he has not been able to pay for the processes, that they are not accepting old notes anymore. It has really incapacitated us and is really, really frustrating. And I couldn't do transfer. At the same time, our old notes won't be accepted.
Like I said, I think there is a disconnect from the chain of direction, either from the federal government or the Attorney General to the banks, to the central bank, and then to the commercial banks. But yes, we are unfortunately in a chaotic situation.
TVC News gathers that this development arose after Polaris Bank PLC, which is the official bank of the Lagos Judiciary, had refused to accept the old notes to be deposited by the court, saying there were no more legal tender. But some lawyers also condemned the disobedience of the Supreme Court's clear order.
It's a wrong signal to the public by the High Court of Lagos refusing to accept old notes. It's a wrong signal, because if a court is now refusing, then it shows to the entire world that the order of Supreme Court is final.
You know, I understand if staff of the court don't want to receive that money because their banks are not taking it. So I think the fault actually is from the bank. Banks have a good department. They have lawyers that could have interpreted the order to them. So I don't know. It's very wrong for them not to take it. It's wrong. It's highly condemnable.
Emefiele, TVC News, Lagos.